Okay, what I'm going to show you is how to light incense. It took me a little while to figure this out on my own. First you need a burner like this, and then you need some of these. These are the charcoals. So it's got a little indentation right there. Now, you take this off and leave it off. Don't put it back on after you light it, because if you put it on, the charcoal will go out. They got holes in it, but that's not enough air. You have to leave it off. So you put that, first you got to light it. So what we do is I have a little candle here. Put this over here. And I light the candle. And, let's see here. Got the candle lit, okay. Now be very careful with this stuff. These little pieces of charcoal are very, very delicate. I hold it with pliers like that, but you don't want to squeeze it too, because if you squeeze it too tight, it breaks all up. And I'll tell you, when these things are cooking, I got a hole in the floor around here somewhere where one of these fell off and burned a hole in the tile when I was first learning how to do this. So the way you do it is you just hold it up like that, and you see how the sparks go? Try not to get it too close to the wick, or else the candle will go out, and then you're stuck with this thing halfway lit. See how I go around? You go, see all that? You go all the way around. Might look like I'm doing it fast, but I ain't. This is how. Okay, right there, a little bit in the middle, and blow your candle out, and set that there and there like that. This is frankincense. You can use whatever kind you want, but I like frankincense. I got some others here, but I'm going to show you because the frankincense smells good and it burns pretty good. And when it's done burning, this thing will look like ashes. So you take it and you don't want to touch that because it's hot, and you drop little ones like that onto the thing there. Now you don't see any smoke yet, do you? You don't see any smoke yet, but just watch what happens. As you leave that frankincense on there, it's there. It's starting to smoke. Pretty soon that thing is, see how it's smoking? It'll burn all that incense. It'll burn all that incense. Let me see if you're getting it in the picture here. Yeah. And you can see it smoking there. And it smokes real good. That's the incense. If you put the top on, it'll go out. And I burned a lot of them. I thought, God, this incense don't burn very long. Finally, I decided to leave the top off. And boy, when it gets its air like that, it's just starting to burn now. It's going to burn a lot more than that. I'll keep it on for a few here, and so you can see how good it burns. But if you're a child, don't try not to let kids mess around with this unless they're extremely patient, because this can really burn you bad. That charcoal is hot as heck, and I wouldn't have let a child do this. If I was his parent, I'd do it in front of him, but I wouldn't let him fool around with this stuff, or her. I wouldn't let children fool around with this stuff, because it's too easy to start a fire with it. This is a plastic floor here, but right over there is a carpet. I don't burn the incense on the carpet. And there's all kinds of incense you can get. This is mentioned in Mincha. In the Mincha prayer, it's in the prayer book, in the Jewish prayer book, in the Seder, or Seder. It's mentioned in it there in the afternoon prayers, Mincha, and all the other spices. I'm trying to get some of them. Some of them you can get, some of them you can't. But I think you're supposed to mix 3 others with this frankincense, but I couldn't find the other 2. I'll have to keep looking. I don't know how to pronounce them in English, because they're not transliterated. They're translated. See how it's burning? Can you see how good it burns? And if you could smell that, that's a real pleasant smell. And it'll burn like that until the incense is all burned up, and then all you do is take don't pick this up after it's going to be hot for a long time after the incense goes out, after it starts smoking. Oh, I forgot to see this right here. I put this here like this, and then I put that there like that. I like to have a little bit of shield between this aluminum foil. That's folded up aluminum foil. That way you don't burn a hole in your table. Because that son of a gun, I'm telling you, it gets hot. And that's about all there is to it. You might want, I bought a box of these. See, these are the charcoals that you get. There's a size that's just a little bit bigger than these. I might buy it the next time I buy charcoals. And these kind of wooden matches are the best you can get because they're long and they don't burn your fingers unless you hold it too long. And like I say, have a little candle there, because if you try to heat that thing up with a match, the match is going to burn down and burn your finger. And if you get nervous and you break, this thing will come apart, and then you've got it all over the place. So have some tin foil there and keep it over the tin foil. Don't be jacking around and getting it out here, over here. Keep it over the tin foil, so if it falls on the tin foil, not on your floor or your table. Well, I think that's about it. I think that's all there is to it. Oh, and these incenses, I get these on, all this stuff you can get on Amazon, or I usually buy it on Amazon, but so you could do a Google search to see if you can get it any less. eBay sometimes has the stuff, and some various other companies that are kind of small companies have the stuff. So I burn this, you burn it now, and it'll probably I could probably use that in about an hour and a half from now and burn another one. Because it's got to take a long time for this brass to cool. And you don't get ceramic, because the ceramic is too easy to break. Get brass. This, I just bought another one of these, and it cost me on eBay, I think it was $13. $14.88 is what it cost. Not eBay, but Amazon. $14.88 was what it cost on Amazon. And I had a little problem because I ordered it and it didn't show up in my orders. So I ordered another one and that didn't show up. So I called Amazon and I told them. They said they didn't see the order. So I finally got another one that was $21 and it showed up. And then I said the afternoon prayers. When I came back, all the others had showed up. So I canceled those two the one that was 21 and the other one. And the first one I bought, I think, was 13. That's the one I kept. And Amazon, it's usually, if you do it fast enough when you order out of Amazon, if you have to cancel an order, they cancel it real good. They're real good about that. They don't try to jerk your, unless it's been a day or two and then people are already starting to ship it. So that's about it, folks. As they say in Hebrew, Shalom, Laka, Shalom Aleinu, B'al Israel, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Israel, Shalom Aseh. Okay, let's turn this off.